This is Airship Kingdoms Adrift. The demo is out until December 14th. As you can see, I have a new ship. I have been exploring everything that's out there. Trade is going to be a big part of the game. It's going to be one of your money makers, along with looting pirates and selling the good stuff you get, because you're going to need that money, what they call golden eagles, to buy that ship and to buy all the equipment that goes on it. Now there are still some minor issues in the game. It is a demo, and they have fixed what I consider to be the one biggest bug. It used to be when you bought cargo, some of it would disappear, and that has been fixed. So as you can see, I'm up to 11,000. I have a cargo hold full of stuff. I have a much bigger cargo hold than I used to have. And here, with the exception of the limestone chunks here, is one of everything I have been able to find in the game so far. Oh yeah, there's lots of logs too. And some mana cloth, extra stuff. I have counted 60 items. I know from previous playthroughs there's at least 3 more. I can show you the dock from here. This is my current flagship, a Victory Falcon. It is a light frigate. It has, I think, 93 blocks on it. That is my starter ship, which is currently in dock here. So far, this is the only place I have found to buy new ships. I know there's going to be more in the game, but currently there aren't. The Aetherhawk 2 is a Corvette. It is the one you start with if you go with the Assyrian Kingdom. And you have this boat, which is also a Corvette, but it's specifically designed for boarding other ships. Then this is the Victory Falcon that I bought. And as you can see, it cost me 16,000. But I would recommend not buying it unless you have about 30,000, so you have enough gold to outfit it with everything it needs. The Slip Falcon is a gunboat. It's basically one of the smallest ships in the game. And this is my current prize that I want to go after. The Mana Griffin is a heavy falcon, a heavy frigate, and of course it's 40,000. Now there are, I think, 3 locations where you can buy ship components currently. You can get shields now, you can get mana cloth, but the spread of items is broken up between those 3 ports. So you kind of have to, like when I bought my Victory Falcon, it was not armed the way I wanted it to be armed, because the weapons were not available. If you go up to Crossington, there's another shipyard there that has a store, and it has the steel plating armor that you can't get anywhere else. And most of all the weapons that are available in the Silverboom headquarters. This little Falcon here is, let's put it this way, my Corvette was doing 25,000 damage, but it had weapons going off of both sides. This one is a one-sided build and does 29,000. So yeah, there's that. And if you fly it right, it's not a problem. I accidentally ran across a, oh there's this, Mandeville convoy. I wasn't watching my screen when I was in transit, and I ran across their path. So I had no choice but to fight them, and it was easy for me with this ship. With the Corvette, that would have been a whole different story. Yeah. But show you. I can show you on the map where we are. That is Everspring Town. That's where you can buy ships. That is Crossington Town. It's where you can buy other equipment. And then, of course, there's Silverbloom here where you can buy other equipment as well. I have figured out some of the best trade routes, so to speak. I know where you can buy things and where you should sell them. And I've kind of made up, it's a loosely put together list of data. I haven't put it together in any real useful form yet. Like, we come here to the mines, and we could sell 7 of these. I only sold 5 that time, but for what we can do, I have some still, silver and gold ore. But I ran it up where I knew what I could bring here, buy from them, which gives them gold more, and then sell stuff back to them to get all that gold back. So now they only have 13 gold back. And it pretty much maximizes, because when I started this particular save, I had 11,000. Now I'm up to 14,000. So I just made 3,000 in a matter of a few minutes. Nothing here. Go up to, make our way up to Crossington and sell the gold. They'll buy 4 gold ore, and that'll be another 4,000 we add to our inventory, which is good because we need, I'm figuring about 60,000 to get the mana grip and have enough to outfit it with everything we want. And it's going to take a little time. Now, not all of the parts for the ships are in the game, but in the PvP version, which is accessible from the main menu here, it's called on that screen multiplayer. You can go in and you can build any of the ship. I think there's like 13 available right now, from gunboats to heavy frigates, and you can play around with the builds. It doesn't cost anything. It's an arena where you build ships and you can fly against other players. It's well worth it. I can tell you that your PvP builds are going to be much different from your single player builds because you're going to want cargo. I had to sacrifice a little bit of ammunition storage on this Falcon to get my cargo up to, I think it's up to 72 right now, which I needed to be able to collect all that stuff. So I'm going to do one more quality assurance check on all the ports, carrying everything that's currently available as a commodity, meaning you can buy it or sell it, buy it and sell it. I know there's a few other items in the game. But they're like drops from pirates. They still have some gold left, but that's okay. We're currently down to 12,000. But these 8 cows we just bought, our carcasses, are 1,200 a piece. So that's like 9,000 when we get it up to the Sunvale Militia Garrison. And I've also seen that there's a limited amount of gold in each shop in each port. There's generally 1 or 2. I know, you want to see something? Okay, we'll look at it. There's generally 1 or 2 shops per port. each of them has their own gold spot. They're basically different companies. Almost every place has a community club. The only places that don't currently are like forts and garrisons. Good fighting, man. You cross over.
Let's make the world a little bit better.
Alright. Here he comes. And they've changed the keys back again. X is pause,
Fire at will.
and space bar is fire.
Looks like we got their important bits.
He's not happy. These
Looks like we hit that
are light
engine.
frigates as well. So
Incoming!
they are the same class as the ship I'm currently on. But they are not as intelligent as the
He's
players
taking a
build
beating,
their
Commander.
ship. And of course I have all my weapons on one side. I think that. And we got some gold. Mixed coins. Good loot. Alright. Go up to the Dawn. Let's see, what is it? Dawn Islands Watchtower. There's a dock and a warehouse there, but I haven't built them. Because it takes gold and then oak wood planks to build anything at level 1. Takes more oak wood planks and gold to make level 2. Then it takes limestone chunks and gold to make level 3. I currently have my dock and warehouse down at Eversprings town up to level 3. Level 4 requires something called a building block that is not currently in the game. So I am capped out at level 3 right now. I'm guessing that once I can get the dock up to level 4, then I can build a fleet. A fleet will be up to 3 ships like that one that's going by us right there. And I already have some ideas on how to outfit a fleet, which I will preview, test them out, preview them, and share them when I get to that point. But I like the Victory Falcon. When I was in the PvP tournaments, it was okay, but it wasn't my go-to light frigate. But now that I've actually used it in the game, it's one of the better ones for single player. Because you have to have that versatility in cargo. Whereas like, oh, I saw a shipwreck, merchant ship. Let's go rescue it. Squirrel, yeah. You have to have that versatility with the cargo in the single player so you can make the gold you need to get the ship upgrades. Upgrade being better ships and the equipment you want to put on it. And there's really no wrong build. There's a lot of different things you can put on these ships. You're gonna have to manually pilot around this wreck. Yes, you will get stuck on these shipwrecks. It looks like that was an AK. It's hard to tell. It could have been a Manigriffin, but I don't think so. It's more likely a freighter. Cedar Condor, I think, is going to be the one. I've been watching the Discord and seeing the artwork for it, and it's a beautiful ship. This game really just is amazing. It is, the more I play it, the more it is so much like Sid Meier's Pirates that it's crazy. It really is. And that's what's going to be this game's thing, I believe. There there hasn't really been another game since Sid Meier's Pirates, which came out in the 80s and went through, you know, upgrades and improvements over the years. And this one nicely scratches that itch. I mean, I have Sid Meier's Pirates on my Steam account. It's very old, and it's not as bad as it was originally out on the cover. Yes, I am dating myself very, very much. I'm as old as two. But I never grew up while I loved playing my games. We are at Crossing 2. Now, we go to the manufacturer, and we can sell the gold ore for them. Nope, only 3. Then we can sell some of these. We have 1 iron plate. We'll buy a couple. Sell that back. So we basically maxed out the ability to get our gold back. We're up to 16,000 now. But this is where the real money is made. You can sell all your loot. Now the neglected art, the mixed coins, the silk cloth, and the luxury wines, they all come here or the Everspring Town. Those are the ones that give you the absolute best price for all of that stuff. I don't have anything else in here. You can access your warehouse, your cargo, your hangar, and your treasury all while you're in here. Which I really like the way they've improved all of this. Oh, I want to get something from here while I'm here. Black powder. I have figured out a trade route that involves the whale carcass, which is the most expensive item in the game, and also sells for the most. And it costs you like 2,772 gold just to buy the whale carcass. They will buy black powder there. I mean, it's a hunting camp. Of course they're going to buy black powder. Black powder sells for 202. So in order to get that money back, you just bought the whale carcass for, you have to have 10, 11, 12, 13 black powder to sell to them. And yes, you can hit other ships in the game. So I used the slide key, the Q key, as you saw on the input overlay, to slide left to go around them. And it doesn't change your course. Your ship continues pointing where you want it. So you can use the Q and E keys while you're in autopilot. To disengage autopilot, you hit the W or the S key. And sometimes you need to do that if you're going to avoid, you know, accidentally running into a Manavault convoy. Like I already did once. But I was talking about the gold in the ports. It resets, but it doesn't all reset at the same time. At Perm Mill, once you've made a transaction with them and taken all their gold, they will respawn their gold at 24 hours in-game time. And up here in the upper right, you see the date. Day of the week, the day, the month, the year, and the time. Okay, that goes by that clock. The market at Perm Mill lumber resets every 24 hours. The market at Colholm Hunting Grounds, which is where you get the whale carcass and the aether hawk carcasses, resets either every 5 days or every 7 days. So you can't get those whale carcasses every day, run them and sell them. So you have to find other things to do in that time frame. And that's what I'm working on, is a massive trade route. I've a lot of other work to do also, figuring out time frames for every port's stores reset. It's going to take a lot of work and a lot of time, and I'm not going to bore you with all of that recording. But I'm going to make the information available probably on the wiki once it's up and running. So that way you'll know where you can buy something cheap, where you can sell it for the best price, give suggestions on to what you should take when you go there to make a transaction. So it'll be fairly one-stop shopping for information on the commerce inside the game. Now, I don't have access to every town in the game yet. They added 5 new towns from Demo 1 to this one. And here we are. They have 7,400 they have reset. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And that's all we can sell here. And we do have these. So once it resets, we can sell them, plus all of this stuff. And they also pay the best price for ship supplies. That's why I carry extra. And that's also why I built a warehouse here. So I can put all the stuff here that I can't sell. All the stuff I've been running around carrying that I can't sell yet is in the warehouse. Now, I mean, I can sell them black powder too. They'll buy it at 202, just like the best price for it. But I have another destination for all that. I need 32, I think, to do the best deal. And if you kind of go over this and slow it down, take notes, you'll see what I'm taking from where and to where, selling it at that place, and what I'm buying at that place. And this is the basic workings of the trade route that I'm working on. That's going to be one of the best ways to make the gold you need to get the ships you want. And let me pause it for a second. This map, these are the ones you can hold down the mouse wheel and slide the map around, which is a good added feature. These are the 5 they've added. I showed that in another video. But as you can see, I'm sure there's going to be towns out here. There's going to be more out here. And if you zoom out even further, that's the map. I don't know how much of this is going to be playable in the early access release or even in the full release. If I had to guess, these tannish areas are going to be AK territory. The brown ones here are going to be the NVR, and the northern frozen wasteland up here is going to be the TC. And you can zoom in and out of it with the mouse wheel, but it'll always center on you when you do that. But there's a lot to it. The only material you can use to build or upgrade docks and warehouses at levels 1 and 2 are oak wood planks. There's only 3 places to get them, and you can only buy 3 at a time. Now, all of them seem to reset in 24 hours. So by the time you've finished one run, you can start the run over again. So it's quick to build up the lumber. I mean, I ended up with 60 oak wood planks. trying to see if that was the key I needed to unlock level 4, but it's not. And I've talked to the devs about it, and they know. They told me what it is that's going to be available for that. I also tried buying, because it's 50 items of something, and it says a wooden building block. So I was pretty sure it wasn't in the game yet, but I wanted to test a few things. I tried oak wood planks. It wasn't that. And I tried oak wood logs, and it wasn't that. So I had 50 oak wood logs, which is an accomplishment because each one takes up its own cargo space. And then you sell them back at, this is the best price to sell them. You're not making any money, but when you get them in salvage, it's a quick $400, 400 gold you can get just from selling them. So Sunvale Town is where you want to sell oak logs. Okay, I have 10, and 4 of those. That's good. I'm setting up for my run to Pern Mill. They buy machine oil, metal parts, and industrial tools. And I haven't actually figured out the exact amounts of everything. But by the time I post anything on the wiki, it will be. I'll tell you exactly how much of what to buy. And then when you get to the next port, what to sell there, and in what order to do it all, because they're going to have a certain amount of gold. And if you're pressed for cargo space, you're going to want to empty some cargo space by selling them some stuff. So you take what gold they have by selling them stuff, open up some cargo, buy what you want to buy from them, giving them more gold, and then you're going to want to sell more stuff to get your gold back. And that's maximizing your profit lists. I started with 11,000 on this video, and I'm up to 24,000 now. And I still have stuff stashed both at Crossington and at the Sunvale Militia Garrison to sell the next time their money resets. And if I'm correct, the hunting grounds have reset, and I can buy another whale carcass and Aetherhawk carcass. So I will have 2 or 3 times enough stuff to sell to the garrison there. That they can buy in one trip. But I'm getting ready to do a massive run through all of the ports and verify all of the prices, all of the things that can be sold everywhere. That's why I've staged all that stuff, every item down in Eversprings Town, because that's basically one end of the map. I can go to all of the different places there, work my way back up into the center of the map, back around to the southwest, up the west side to the north, and then across the northern side. And I haven't been back to those 5 new cities since the demo dropped. And when I went there, all they had was a community plaza, and it sold ship supplies at 120 each. It was basically just what I think was a placeholder for what's going to be there. Just, a generic cookie cutter towns with different names. They've been really working on the artwork, the graphics, the ports being laid out better, with more detail. The storyline, from what I'm following, is going to be really intense. Okay, go to the forestry. We have 2,100. So 2 of those, 4 of those, 3 of those. Now I'm going to buy those so I can sell 1 more of those. They're down to 15 gold, and I'm up to 23,000, which is down from what I had. But if I'm right and the hunting ground has reset, I will get 4, 5, 6, about another 7,000 back. Probably about 5,000 profit. Now you don't have to do all this, you know, lugging around and trading and all that. You can really just make the money from blowing up the red targets, the pirates, and taking the loot and selling it. You probably will never have to buy another ship supply, because you're going to get that from almost every target. You're going to get the treasures, the really high dollar items that you can't buy anywhere. Well, you can buy luxury wine, but you lose money if you buy it. So far, there's no place to sell it at a higher price than what it sells for at the manor. It's called the Westlands Manor, but I don't remember exactly. And I have a team of other players that we've gotten together with, and we are going to. Yep, there they are. They have 6,200. We sell them as much black powder as we can do it. And there they are. Now we buy, and we sell again. Now we had 32, I think we had 48 black powder, and we sold them 45 on this overall transaction. We are up to 29,000. We're going to get 5,000 for that alone when we sell it. So it's not going to take much time at all to get to the 60,000 that I want to get to buy the mana griffin. And we can even buy ship supplies here. Don't pay more than 70 for it if you have to pay it, pay for it. I mean, if it's an emergency, you're completely out and you've got to go a long distance, you've got to do what you got to do. But if you're getting low and you're at a port there, I like to carry, in the single player version, I like to carry at least 6. I won't go any lower than about 3. Oh, outlaw whalers. Okay. We will go kill them. Got to be some combat in a video game. Where are you going? Okay, that's them over there. And they are in a Victory Falcon also. But before the combat, I always get into position, bring my weapons to bear on them. Then I will even angle into them, and I can speed it up until I cross the line. Or you can activate combat.
Let's make the world a little bit better.
From their menu. Alright, go to full speed, dodge as many bullets as we can. And to keep them at range as long as I can, I'm going to side slip to the right with the E key.
Cannons, fire at will.
They're firing on us.
They weren't really firing at us, they were firing at my missiles coming into them. Yeah, they're getting a beating. Now they're in range of my point defense weapons.
He's taking a beating, Commander.
That's why I sideslip. It gives me more time at range to fire my heavy weapons. It also helps dodge some of their cannon fire.
Your ship is really beaten up. Almost there, Commander.
A lot of the AIs will once their one side is torn up, they will turn the other broadside towards you because they have weapons on both sides, or they're focused on forward mostly. And we got basic crap from him. All right, let's go get the raiders. They should have some gold for us, but not always. All right, but that's basically the video I wanted to show you. I have a new ship, and it's the same ship you can get in the regular demo. Someone has made a mod to the game. Not really a mod, I don't think. It just unlocks some things that are not currently available in the game. And here's the other way to enter combat. Just click on fight. Once you're close enough, you'll have those options. Oh, and he's going to go through his crap about soft hands or whatever. If there are some targets that's actually better. So that's the lead ship. And that's the backup. And if you engage them at further distance, the backup will come into range first.
Cannons, fire at will.
That put a few scratches on them.
The enemy is taking a beating, Commander.
Looks like we got their important bits.
And you saw my point defense shot down his incoming rocket. Little tip there. It's not called a point defense, but it's a weapon that's used as a point defense.
So, maybe they were a good soldier once.
Alright, back to Pernermill. I don't think their gold will be reset just yet, but it's a stop on the way. And since we have a cargo balloon in our way, we'll fly right over it and harvest it. Oh look, luxury wine. That's a good 400 more credits for free. While you're traveling to a location, if one comes close to your path, and or you start quick enough, far enough out, you can use the Q and E keys to drift towards them to pick them up on the way. I don't go out of my way for balloons hardly anymore, unless there's a reason to. I will go for every shipwreck I find, especially the pirate shipwrecks. They have a better chance of having gold on them. But I will also go after the merchant shipwrecks. And as you saw earlier, your ship can get hung up on the shipwrecks. The easiest way to get away from them is to pick something that's behind you and go after it. Sometimes there's a balloon behind me, and I'll go after that. Or the town that I want to go to is back there. I'll go there. Yeah, he hasn't reset yet, but he's probably a few hours away from it. But yeah, I'm going to hopefully be able to populate the wiki with the schedules of all the towns, everything they buy, everything they sell, best places to buy things at the best price, and the best place to sell things at the best price. So hopefully it'll help a lot of people. This particular version of this game, the only multiplayer that's going to be there is going to be in the arena, basically. It's not called an arena, but it's the multiplayer version where it's simply player versus player. Currently you can play up to 3 on each team, and it doesn't have to be equal. You can take 3 gunboats against a heavy frigate, which some of my companions and I did that. And we beat all the ships up to the light frigates, which is what I'm flying now. And we came really close to beating a heavy frigate. There are also cruisers and battle cruisers that are in the game but not accessible in the regular demo. The modified files that you'll find on the Discord unlock all the ships, all the items. I think they changed the gold at all the towns to have, like, 500,000. So you can buy a whole bunch of, know how there was only one whale carcass there to buy. I think they changed it to 100. But there's really no need. There's no sense in it. Because, gold doesn't mean anything. I mean, you still have to buy your ships. They set them at basic prices or something. And you have to buy the equipment to put on the ships. And you have to pay to upgrade buildings and things like that. But, I mean, there's really no need in that modded version. I did try it just to see what was unlocked and available. But there's really no need in doing it, because if you're just wanting to practice for the game, practice in the environment that the game is going to be in. That's my philosophy. And I'm collecting the data I need. Ooh, there's a smuggler. That guy right there is the best loot of all of the NPC fleets. And I will never pass him up. Yeah, that other guy's coming after me too. But I get a smuggler first.
Attention unidentified.
And off they go.
All right, man. Battles.
Smugglers drop the best loot. This particular one in particular drops more than any other smuggler.
Looks like we hit that engine.
There we go. The color of the balloons actually does mean what kind of you're getting. The blue one was the painting. The purple one was the gold. The other ones were all white. There's also green.
How lucrative it is to be a smuggler hunter.
We'll go ahead and take out this guy here because he's hunting
Things
us.
don't work out well with
We
Silverbloom.
hurt his cousin.
I'm joking, of course. Please don't stand me, Saget.
Right now.
Halt your ship! You please say blood.
You're not even going to pretend to be.
I will.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
blood it is then.
Yep, it's blood. And this is how I mess with him. I'm faster than the big ship, which is also a light frigate. And if he gets stuck on the frigate, just go to the side, he'll get loose, and he'll start catching up to you. Alright, we will start slowing down a little bit. Let him catch up. But as soon as we turn, the other guy's going to start catching up rapidly. But he will be minus his gunboat.
I bet that we scared them.
The enemy is taking a beating, Commander.
Alright, now it's frigate to frigate.
Looks like we hit that engine.
That's one of the little combat tricks you can use in single player to beat an AI with multiple ships. And on the rare occasion where there is an island in the combat zone, you can actually lead them into it and separate their fleet. We got a purple for him. There we go.
I know Agatha came from Silvering, but they
Yeah,
think
yeah.
killing. Well,
Yeah, back to the task at hand. Killing the pirates and looting their jeeps. Alright, let's go back to here. And we will save it, and I will exit out for this video. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope it's been informative. We'll do more as time permits. Recently became employed, and I'm working also. So there's kind of a drain on my time to be able to make videos now. But I'm still going to try to do as many as I can. Maybe on the weekends when I'm not quite as busy, but my job is virtually and I work all the time. So that is that. I do have 3 I can sell. I don't really have to buy the lumber anymore. I've got 20, 30, 40, 50. I've got 67. And I've got more than another port, so. Can buy more of this. Alright, let's go. Well, let's see. What have I got in my cargo right now that I can sell at that mine? Got 6 and 2 in that. I can buy about 20. Yeah, that'd be good. Because I really don't need to buy any more ore. I've got so much ore. It's ridiculous. Alright, the highest we have been is 29,000. We're at 21,000 now, which is still almost double what we started this particular session with. And now that I know that I can't actually upgrade my dock, because that was one of my goals, was to get a dock as high as I could and see if I could control multiple ships. And since that's not a thing right now, I'm just focused on making money to get enough saved up to go and buy the Mana Griffin and outfit that thing. It's monstrous. And unless you put a lot of engines on it, it's slow. I plan on making it as fast as I can make it, because I've seen what a fast heavy frigate can do in a PvP arena, and if you've got it set up right, oh my god, it can be very nasty. I have one, and it is very nasty. Sunbelt Militia Garrison. Have they got money? No. Alrighty. Warehouse. Alright, we are going to put our carcasses in here. There. That's all maxed out. And that is enough to drain them 3 times of 7,000 gold each time. So that's 21,000 gold I can get in a matter of about 3 weeks in game. As you can see, it's been 4 days since I showed you the clock. And it's been probably at least 5 days since I was there last, because I was down, I think, in the hunting grounds when I showed you that. So what I'll do is I will run down here, I'll run to Crossington, I will sell the pirate loot I've got, and we are up to 108 damaged battle flags from the pirates. And then come back here and see if I can't sell one patch of that loot, and then I'll go back down to Everspringstown and pick up some more lumber that I bought to try to upgrade that stuff. Still got like 20 down there or 30 down there. And I'll bring up another load and sell it at Sunvale Town. But I won't do that. I'll go here and jump down to Crossington and then jump back up to the garrison to see if their money is reset. Figuring out all of the ports and when their money resets is going to take up a lot of time, because I'll have to sit there and adjust their goal to a certain level, record the time I did it, and then fly away, then come back in 24 hours and check it, and try to do it right at the 24-hour mark. Oh, look, a pirate wreck. We go get him. And if it hasn't reset, then I'll have to wait another 24 hours, and up to a possibility of 7 days. Because that's how long I think the longest one resets. Ooh, neglected artwork. That sells for $1,300 at Crossington, which is where we're going now. I know that, most of this video is just watching me fly from port to port, buying things and selling things. But that can actually be useful when it comes to the time for the game. And if you want to, you jump on Steam, download the demo, and start playing it now. Get used to it. This is going to be one of the big games, I think, coming out. Now, the early access, I don't think it's going to happen until sometime in 2023, which, yeah, it's right around the corner, but it could be as late as like October or November. I don't know exactly. The current time frame is October of 2023. Oh, look, there's a pirate. He wants to fight. We will oblige him.
Let's
Blow him right out of the sky.
Captain, fire at will.
Looks like we got their important bits.
Boom. But, I mean, they have challenges right now on their Discord channel, and I will link their Discord server and the Steam page in my description. There are challenges right now where you can get, a new set of starter skins for the starter ships. It's going to be a DLC eventually. There's also Discord tags you can earn in their server, which, I mean, they don't really mean a lot, but I mean, I'm loaded with tags and I'm thrilled about it. One of the people that have the most tags on their server, because I just love this game so much and I've become so active in their community. In the devs versus players match, I took care of business. I won 5 out of 5 matches. I was actually scheduled to play 10, but I had a medical issue with my daughter and I had to take her to an appointment. And I had to miss out on that. I have some room in my warehouse. Put a little more of this ore. But I'm not going to be able to buy, I don't need to buy anything to sell at anywhere other than gunpowder at the hunting grounds every 7 days. And I already have a load, I have part of a load of that. But let's go back up to the garrison and see if we could sell off and gain another 7,000 gold. Now we're up to 30,000. So we're almost triple what I started with, and I've only been playing for almost an hour. Sometimes I just cannot stop playing this game. But I promise, once we get to the garrison and see if the money's reset, we'll end it. And I will zoom into my ship and show a nice picture of it. Steam is not cooperating. There it is. Okay. We got a screenshot of it. Probably got two. Alright, go. And so far that I've heard of, no one else has bothered to get the gold and find where you can buy new ships. They would rather just install the mod and have instant access to them, or go into the PvP mode and use them there, which is fine. I PvP a lot after work. You know, anybody that wants to play a match, I'll jump in. And if you're a new player, find me. Find Mayhem on the Discord. I'll help you build ships and work on, you know, strategies with you if you want, whatever you want. We recently had the first ever PvP tournament. There was one developer in the tournament and 5 players. One player didn't show up, so they ended up 6th. I was knocked out in the first round. I ended up 5th. I was testing a build. I know it's an excuse, but I'm going to stick to it. What happened really was I was outmaneuvered because I was pressing the wrong keys. Instead of going fast forward and turning, I was side slipping. So I wasn't able to bring my guns around like I wanted, and it messed me up, but it's all in fun. And I don't feel so bad because the guy that beat me ended up 2nd, so. But it's all good. I don't mind. I honestly don't mind losing matches. I'm not the kind that has to win everything anymore. When I was younger, yeah, maybe, but not anymore. I'm just all about having the fun. And I had an epic fight. Oh my God, with the CEO. He had a Mana Griffin heavy frigate, and I had a Stone Dragon heavy frigate. And my God, it was an epic battle. He had so much speed on me that he could literally fly circles around my slow-moving heavy frigate. But I had so many repair yards on my ship that, and you see, yeah, the gold's not reset. So we will go ahead and save it here. That almost as soon as he was doing damage to me, I was repairing it. And I mean, it wasn't quite that fast, but I was able to repair the damage he was doing to me. And he only had like 8 repair shops. I had 22 or something like that. And it was just an epic fight. It really was. I wish I had recorded it. Oh God, I really do. I was bringing up my recorder when he hit go and the 5-second countdown started, and I just didn't have time to bring it up. But yeah, we may try to recreate that moment in history. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this. I have other work to do, and this has gone on long enough. It's a really long video for me. Well, not really. I tend to run long anyway. But if you enjoyed this, please leave a like. If you want to see more, subscribe and hit that bell, and you'll be notified whenever I upload new stuff. And by all means, comment. If you have questions, suggestions, whatever. I'm experimenting with the input overlay. It's not 100% what I want, but it's about 80% of what I want. It shows all my mouse inputs, and it shows most of the key inputs that I have for this game. Trying to learn how to make my own custom overlays, but I just don't have time to sit down and do the research I need to figure it out. Making the graphic part of it is easy, but assigning the keys to the graphics is something that I'm not quite good enough to do yet. But maybe I'll get there. Anyway, y'all have a great day, and I appreciate you watching. You have a wonderful, wonderful day.